Morning, welcome to our assembly for Monday. And this week we're going to carry on talking about some of the stuff that we were talking about last week. Now, last week we were talking about good manners and how good manners help you to really get on with other people. And we talked about things that you need to be a good friend. So today I'm going to tell you a story about friendship, about somebody who is a good friend to other people and how they've been a good friend to other people and some of the difficulties that they had when they were doing it. So let's have a look at our book. Now, you remember last week we read The Bad Seed. Well, this is by the same author and illustrator, by Jory John and Pete Oswald. It's called The Good Egg. And somebody who is a good egg is a phrase that we use to say they're a really good person. And that person's a really good egg. It's a nice thing to say, a bit of an old-fashioned phrase, but a good thing to say. Okay, here we've got all the different types of foods. Can't see the bad seed there, though. I think we saw the avocado in the other book, maybe. The good egg. Oh, hello. I was just rescuing this cat. You know why? Because I'm a good egg. A very good egg. It's true. I do all kinds of good things, like I'll carry your shopping, your groceries. I'll water your plants. I'll change your car tires. I'll paint your house. Well, not very well, though. And look, it's even painted the tree and the bread. If you need any help whatsoever, I'm your egg. Wow. Now, if you need to change your car tire, if your car has a flat tire, make sure you don't have a strawberry trying to lift your car up because it'll get squished. Then you'll get jam. I've always been a good egg. It's been this way from the start, even in my earliest days, back at the store. There's the farmer's market. There's all the piles of boxes. There were a dozen of us living together under one recycled roof. There was Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and other Frank. The other 11 eggs weren't on their best behaviour. They weren't exactly good. They ignored their bedtime. They only ate sugary cereal. They threw tantrums. They cried for no reason. They broke their stuff on purpose. That's very naughty behaviour, isn't it? Meanwhile, I tried to take charge. I tried to fix their bad behaviour. I tried to keep the peace because I was a good egg. Look, he's trying to help out all these other people. And I think he's getting a little bit grumpy because all the other people are not behaving themselves. So, hey, I was a good egg, a very good egg. Nobody seemed to care, though. Every night I was exhausted. My head felt scrambled. Then one fateful morning, I noticed some cracks in my shell. Yikes! They were everywhere. So putting up with all the bad behaviour of all of the other people, all of the other eggs, has made him feel like his head was scrambled and has made him feel like there's cracks in his head. My doctor said it was from all the pressure I was putting on myself, the pressure of making sure everybody was as good as me. I was cracking up, literally. Something had to change. I'd had enough. I told Meg and Peg and Greg and Clegg and Shell and Shelley and Sheldon and Shelby and Egbert and Frank and the other Frank that I was leaving. I can't be the only good egg in a bad carton, I said. Blah, 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 they replied. I left that night. So have a look at the good egg in this picture with his blue hat on and his blue rucksack. And see if you can tell your partner some words about how he feels. What words do you think? I think he's sad. I think he might be lonely. I think he might be upset. And I think he might be worried about what's going on as well. I wandered from town to town. The hours became days. The days became weeks. I lost track of time. He's even grown a beard. I was alone. Out there on the road under the stars, I really tried to focus on myself and what I needed. So he shaved his beard off. I took walks. I read books. I floated in the river. I wrote in my journal. I found simple moments to be quiet. I breathed in. I breathed out. I even started painting. So he's doing all those things that are really good for his mental health. For once, I found time for me. And guess what? Little by little, the cracks in my shell started to heal. My head no longer felt scrambled. I started to feel like myself again. So I've made a big decision. I'm returning to my old carton and my friends. Besides, I'm kind of lonely out here. This time I know what I need to do. I'll try not to worry so much. I'll be good to my fellow eggs while also being good to myself. Here we go. Everybody missed me. I missed them too. Hello, Meg. Howdy, Peg. Hey, Greg. Greetings, Clegg. What's up, Shell? Aloha, Shelley. Hey-o, Sheldon. Hi, Shelby. Good day, Egbert. What's happening, Frank? Howdy do, other Frank. Sure, every once in a while, somebody's still a little bit bad. But it's not like before. Here's what I realised. The other eggs aren't perfect, and I don't have to be either. I'm okay with that. Yep, the old carton is back together. We're a solid dozen again. It's good to be home. There we go. So, have a think about the sorts of things that the egg did to make him a good friend right at the start of the story. What can you remember? He did all those favours for people. He was helping fix the car. He was taking shopping home. He was tidying up after people. So he was doing all those lovely things. And he was trying to be a really, really good friend. And what about all the other eggs? Were they being good friends as well? I don't think so. I don't think they were treating him very, very well. And it actually upset him and made him hurt and sad and lonely. And he left. But then he realised when he was on his own that sometimes it's good to be on your own and it's good to spend time on your own, but also it's good to be with other people. Sometimes our friends can upset us. Sometimes we need time away from our friends, and that's okay. You don't want to be with your friends all the time, but we're tolerant and respectful. That means that sometimes our friends may do things that annoy us a little bit, but being tolerant means that we put up with it and we kind of ignore it if it happens, because sometimes our friends can irritate us, but that's okay because we irritate our friends as well. And they weren't respectful. So we have to be respectful to our friends and we have to be polite. And that means that if our friends believe in things that are different, then that's okay. If our friends want to do things that are different and we don't want to join in, we don't have to. So just because one of the eggs was being silly and running around didn't mean that all the eggs had to do that. If you don't want to play a particular game with your best friend, that's okay. You don't have to. You can let your friend go off and play that game because you know that you'll have some time apart from each other. And then when you finish playing your other games, you'll come back together again because you're still friends. So we're being tolerant and respectful. Okay, and it's all about making sure that you have time for yourself to do things on your own and to do things with a friend as well. There we go, guys. So I'm sure I will see you doing that on the playground and around school, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.